Yeah, this is Dave. Okay, it's here? Good. I'll be right down. This is Falk Renew, and that was receiving. And in case you're wondering what those guys down on the dock and I are doing here on a Sunday, it's because we got an emergency breakdown coming in. Actually, being here on a weekend isn't at all unusual for us here at Renew. Seems like nothing around here is ever routine. Every job is special, and you got to be ready to respond. Now take this job coming in, for example. It's an old unit, been online, working hard for more than 30 years, and nothing lasts forever, not even a Falk. The drive had started making noises like it was getting ready to quit, and the customer, a paper mill up in northern Wisconsin, doesn't have a spare. We got the call on Friday afternoon, and they were completely shut down. I mean dead in the water, and they were getting desperate. And since it was too late to make arrangements for a trucking company, we sent our own truck to pick it up. And here we are, getting ready to do whatever it takes to get them up and running again. And that's pretty much what Falk Renew is all about. When a Falk, Rexnord, or link belt gear drive, or one from any manufacturer for that matter, needs repair or replacement, it's our job to come up with a solution. And as you can see, we've got the right tools to get the job done. Now, we're not sure exactly what's wrong with that unit that's coming in. So, first thing in the morning, and around here that means 4 a.m., it'll go through the same process as every gear drive that comes through the door. First, it'll go through the washer. Then we open them up, pull out the gearing, and check everything. Once we know what we're up against, we'll get to work doing whatever we have to do to get the customer back in business. Now, there are several different ways that things can go, but fundamentally, it comes down to either repair or replacement. And either way, whether we fix the old unit or find something to put in its place, we've got the people, the equipment, and the systems to get the job done right. Not only do we have direct access to genuine Falk, Rexnord, and link belt parts, we've got original engineering drawings going back more than 80 years. If new gearing is required, it's pulled from inventory or custom manufactured to original factory specifications. And when the drive is reassembled, it's done by the book and by experienced factory-trained repair technicians. When a unit leaves here, no matter how big or how old, it's not just repaired, it's renewed, fully restored to its original factory specifications and backed by either an 18-month or 3-year Renew warranty. We can even arrange for the shipping. With our reverse logistics program, customers don't have to worry about getting their equipment to and from our repair facilities. We can take care of everything. In fact, we try to do everything we can to make the whole process of gear drive repair or replacement as simple and painless as possible. Just a few weeks ago, we got a call from the maintenance supervisor at a big Texas chemical plant. One of the more than 30 old Falk easy motor reducers they had online was having some vibration problems. Now, they had some spares, but nothing that matched this particular gear ratio. And since the EZ is a discontinued model, he was starting to worry. But for Renew, coming up with a replacement was actually pretty simple. You see, because that customer took advantage of our installed base management program, we had a complete inventory of all the gear drives in their plant. We knew that they had a lot of old EZs that sooner or later would need replacement, so we made sure we had just what they needed sitting on the shelf. Good, solid, surplus, EZ housings, new gearing, and all the necessary bearings and seals. By the end of the day, the drive was on its way back to Texas, backed by Renew's 3-year remanufactured gear drive warranty. Once the customer made the changeout, they shipped their failed drive back to us for a housing credit. Now, drive exchange programs aren't just for Falk drives either. We can offer the same fast turnaround service on link belt and Rexnord drives as well. But we need to know what drives the customer has online. And that's why the installed base management program is so important. Sometimes, though, the task of getting a customer's equipment back online is a little more complex. With older drives, for example, and we do get some real oldies in here, the biggest challenge can be locating the necessary components. And that's why Renew keeps such a large inventory of surplus gear drives. Now, all this may look like junk, but at times these old drives and housings can be a lifesaver. One time, an Alabama steel mill had 2 old GDF units from the 40s with anti-friction bearings that were beginning to show signs of wear. Replacement was in order, And in this case, newer, less expensive drives were available. But, and this is a big but, to install new reducers of the appropriate size would have meant reconfiguring the entire system. Now, faced with long lead times, the expense of new drives, the cost to make installation changes, and the lengthy shutdown, the mill turned to Falk Renew. First, we checked our own surplus inventory. Turns out we had 2 of the right size GDF housings in our warehouse that could be refurbished to original dimensions. Then we went back into the archives, pulled the original 60-year-old engineering drawings, and went to work manufacturing new shafts and gearing. When we were done, those old drives were every bit as good as the day Falk first built them, maybe even a little better. And they left here with Renew's 3-year remanufactured gear drive warranty. So, why do these companies pay us to rebuild these old, some would say obsolete gear drives? Well, often it's to save money. Renew guarantees that its rebuild charges will not exceed 75% of the cost of a new drive. But often, the cost of the drive itself is only one part of the equation. See, here at Renew, we don't believe any piece of equipment should be considered obsolete just because it no longer is being manufactured. If it's still meeting a customer's application requirements, it's worth repairing. And I'm not just talking about Falk, Rexnord, and Link-Belt drives either. Every gear drive we repair or rebuild gets the same level of attention regardless of who made it or when it was made. We can reverse engineer virtually any type and size industrial gear drive, standard or custom designs to AGMA and ISO design criteria. And all new gearing is manufactured to meet or exceed original specifications. For one-of-a-kind drive replacement or new installation, our Houston, Texas facility has the capability to design and build complete custom gear drives. So as you can see, we're much more than just a rebuild shop. Our 80,000 square foot facility in Horsham, Pennsylvania, for example, manufactures Link-Belt Model R and PIV gear drives, as well as providing Renew services to customers in the Northeast. Every Renew location, from Wisconsin to Australia, is fully prepared to respond to whatever our customers need. But I guess you could say the guys in Pennsylvania are our Link-Belt specialists. Now obviously, just because a gear drive starts acting up, it doesn't always mean it has to be replaced or rebuilt. Sometimes it just needs a little attention. And that's where our field service department comes in. Renew's field service engineers and technicians are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Often they can diagnose the problem on site and then assist the customer's maintenance people with the repairs. They're also available for technical assistance during installation and startup and for routine preventive maintenance inspections. In fact, many companies and municipalities have found they can keep their equipment properly maintained and save money by contracting with us to perform all their routine maintenance. Even though we're in the repair business, whenever possible we try to help our customers keep their equipment out of our shops. And one of the ways we do this is with the Falk School. Tomorrow morning, this classroom will be full of maintenance people from steel mills, coal mines, grain elevators, and just about every conceivable kind of industry. They'll spend the week learning factory-approved, field-tested maintenance procedures for Falk, Rexnord, or Link-Belt gear drives and couplings. And they'll do a lot more than just sit in the classroom. The Falk School is hands-on, taught by factory engineers and field service personnel, and focused on real-world maintenance issues. Everything from routine maintenance to troubleshooting to failure analysis is taught under field conditions using standard tools and equipment. Now, whether a gear drive is repaired by us or by the customer themselves, some parts will inevitably need to be replaced. And this is where our parts specialist comes in. It's their job to get our customers the parts they need when they need them. All it takes is one phone call, and any item in our extensive inventory of genuine Falk, Rexnord, and Link-Belt service parts, from bearings, seals, and gaskets, to shafts and gearing, can be on its way in a matter of hours. And with service manuals and parts guides instantly available on the Renew website, determining the exact parts needed is fast and easy. Remember, if you repair or rebuild a Falk, Rexnord, or Link-Belt drive using non-factory parts, it may still look the same on the outside. but it's what's inside that counts. Well, there it is! Just what we've been waiting for. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some work to do.